saturation of the limited quantity of media available. So compositing says that I need a sample averaged over 8 hours. Why do I need a continuous sample? I will take a sample for a minute, shut down for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, take another sample for 1 minute, and so on. Now, in the physical atmosphere, you are not going to get minute by minute variations in the concentration. You might get changes in concentration over several minutes or over morning to evening traffic density variations. You're not going to get it over a few minutes, and that is why compositing is an idea which we feel is a strong chance of allowing us to get a long-term average sample with the limited media available in a glass tube or a charcoal tube. And this idea we got from some of the CPCB scientists who were helping us to evaluate this system, and it has now been incorporated in the electronics of the system, which has a built-in real-time clock, and it helps you to set up a compositing sampling time. Okay. So these specifications, weight, size, I think they're not so important. There was some little bit of talk in Tyagiji's lecture also about a BTX analyzer. He also showed you a picture of the analyzer, since spec name he mentioned to you. I want you to notice 3 or 4 things here, which is why I brought this slide to your attention. One, it is still a GC technique. What Synspec has done is, with most GCs in the lab, I have seen a computer or a monitor attached to it. A computer system is normally attached to it. Why? Because that calculation of area under the peak and retention time and all those things, they find software does it better than a person doing it manually. What Synspec has done is that it has embedded a whole PC inside the GC. So they've taken an industrial PC, they've embedded the PC inside the GC, combined the two into one small neat compact box, and they've handed over all the control functions of the GC to the PC. So the software controls the GC operation in terms of the flow rate or the temperature rise of the column or the traps and so on. Everything is controlled by the PC software, which is embedded inside the GC itself. It is still a capillary column GC, which they very nicely integrated to a PC, those two together into one box. The third thing that they've introduced into that system is an automatic sampler. So they just take a direct air sample. They've got a small 10x trap inside the GC system, which initially collects over a 15-minute cycle the benzene or whatever organic pollutant you're trying to get, just like our organic vapor sampler does. And then for a next 15-minute cycle, it switches over to a purge from nitrogen, and at that time they are heating this trap up to 250 degrees centigrade. The temperature rise controlled by the PC itself, and at that time they are injecting out what is coming out from this trap into the capillary column for GC analysis. So basically they've integrated 3 things: an air sampler, desorber system, a GC and a PC, all inside one box. Makes a very nice, neat assembly. They've also done games like automating the calibration system, linearity checks. So all of those things have been very nicely integrated into a standalone machine. We've got a system now running in Hyderabad for I think 4 years now, and except for one period of about 10-15 days, we've not had a real downtime with the equipment. It's very nicely made, and we are able to maintain it quite well. That's the longest we've been having a running system. Of course, we have several others which are running now. It's got a PID detector, and when I spoke about this to the person who's strongly involved with the design and the manufacture of that, then this lady said that FID we can do. We did FID in between, but FID requires hydrogen gas. And I am working on an analyzer which is going to be standalone, unattended. European safety norms are slightly difficult, she said. She's a European company. And they said that explosivity hazard of hydrogen forced us to try and abandon the FID. And they said initially that was the reason we went to PID, but we also find PID is a much better detector in terms of sensitivity, etc., for the aromatic compounds that we're trying to do with this system. And so now it's just a PID that they sell with the benzene analyzer. They still have FID for some other analyzers, but for the benzene analyzer, they are just working with the PID. And it also implies then that they just need nitrogen as a carrier gas when they are eluting it out from that trap into the column. So I find that a standard size nitrogen cylinder in their systems flows are so low that I think 3 months or so that nitrogen cylinder lasts. High purity, 5-9 purity nitrogen you have to provide, but it's available now in the country. Okay, we've tried some experiments with this machine. For example, at Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh Pollution Control Board, when they bought the machine, they said, Bhopal is quite a big city. We don't want to put it at just one place. हम तो जगह-जगह से sample लाना चाहते हैं. अब क्या करें? So we did an experiment and they had some Tedlar bags and a low flow pump. After all, the system was taking only some 500 ml of air for the analysis. So we filled a 1 liter Tedlar bag from different traffic junctions in Bhopal, and we were able to attach the Tedlar bag to the inlet of the analyzer, and you had grab sample values coming out from different city junctions. So it is possible to provide such collection systems around the GC955. Tedlar bags, of course, will give you a grab sample. Even if I take a 5 liter bag and low flow pump, it will still mean only about half an hour or 1 hour sample I can collect. But if you are looking at an 8-hour average, then I think those charcoal tube based systems is the only real alternative. And the standard talks of an annual mean. Now at lunchtime we were talking, Dr. Parwana and Tyagiji, and saying, how am I going to get this annual mean? Is it going to be 15-minute samples once a week, or is it going to be a continuous analyzer, or what is it going to be? So this is still evolving. Benzene measurements in our country are still evolving. Envirotech's thought on the appropriate technology is going to be that we will have a large number of these activated charcoal samplers, which will allow you to take a long-term average sample and fed ultimately to this GC955 rather than a standard lab analyzer, lab GC. I think the GC955 is a much better designed benzene analyzer or benzene system than a normal lab GC. A normal lab GC is designed to do 25 other things, which the GC955 is not geared to do. So if my focus is on benzene measurements and I have to purchase a GC for it, then I would like you to very strongly look at the possibility of, instead of purchasing a GC for laboratory use and then trying to use it for benzene, try and consider if you can use GC955.